Weekends are a time to rest, recharge, and enjoy life, but they don't have to be a pause from progress. Staying motivated on weekends is about mindset, energy, and intention. When you nurture yourself, your dreams, and your joy, motivation naturally flows, even on your days off. Every morning, even on the weekend, holds the potential to be a fresh beginning, a new chapter filled with possibility, energy, and inspiration. One of the most powerful ways to step into this potential is to begin your day with gratitude and intention. Gratitude is more than a polite acknowledgement of what you have. It is a profound recognition of the abundance and beauty that already exists in your life. When you take a moment to consciously notice the good around you, your mind naturally shifts from what is lacking to what is already overflowing. This shift, even if it is small at first, opens the door to greater clarity, motivation, and alignment with your deepest desires. As you wake up, take a few slow, deep breaths and allow yourself to connect with the rhythm of life within you. Feel the air entering your lungs, the beating of your heart, the energy coursing through your body. These simple sensations are blessings that are often overlooked. Acknowledging them is the first step toward cultivating gratitude. Say to yourself quietly or aloud, "I am grateful for this day. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for my mind and my heart, and I am grateful for the opportunities that are waiting for me." Even if you don't feel a strong surge of emotion immediately, the act of stating these words plants a seed in your consciousness. Over time, your mind will begin to naturally seek out more reasons to feel grateful. You will start noticing moments of beauty, kindness, and connection that you previously took for granted. After you have centered yourself in gratitude, the next step is to set a clear intention. An intention is a conscious choice, a declaration of how you wish to feel, think, and act during your day. It is not about rigid control or forcing outcomes. It is about aligning yourself with your highest values and aspirations. Your intention can be as simple as "I will approach today with joy and curiosity," or as focused as "I will take meaningful steps toward my goals, no matter how small they may seem." The beauty of setting an intention is that it transforms your day from a series of random events into a purposeful journey. Each action you take becomes imbued with meaning and direction, and you begin to notice opportunities that support your growth. When you combine gratitude with intention, you create a powerful energetic alignment. Gratitude roots you in the present, helping you appreciate the richness of life as it is, while intention propels you forward, guiding your energy toward creation and fulfillment. This combination is especially important on weekends when the temptation to check out or procrastinate can be strong. By anchoring yourself in these two practices, you turn your weekend into a fertile ground for personal growth, creativity, and motivation. Even if you have no urgent tasks or deadlines, your days become intentional acts of self-care and empowerment. It is important to remember that intention works best when it is infused with feeling. Don't just repeat words mechanically, feel them in your body. Picture yourself moving through your day with ease, confidence, and joy. Imagine your heart opening to inspiration, your mind alert and focused, and your actions aligned with your dreams. The more vividly you can feel this alignment, the more it becomes your reality. Your subconscious mind responds to the emotions you generate, and by cultivating positive, empowering feelings, you create a magnetic pull toward the life you desire. Another key aspect of gratitude and intention is the ability to release what no longer serves you. Take a moment each morning to let go of worries, regrets, or distractions. Acknowledge them, give them permission to exist, and then release them with the awareness that your focus is on what truly matters. When you do this, you free up mental and emotional energy, making space for creativity, motivation, and inspiration to flow naturally. The weekend then becomes not a pause from productivity, but a continuation of growth, a time to recharge your spirit while staying aligned with your goals. Finally, remember that these practices are not one-time actions, but lifelong habits. The more consistently you begin your mornings with gratitude and intention, the more you will notice a shift in your mindset, your energy, and your motivation. Your days will feel richer, your actions more purposeful, and your weekends more meaningful. Motivation will no longer feel like a fleeting spark that disappears with the passing of the work week. It will become a steady flame that carries you through every moment, illuminating your path and inspiring you to live fully. Start each weekend morning with a simple ritual. Take a deep breath, acknowledge what you are grateful for, and set an intention that excites and empowers you. Trust that even the smallest step in alignment with your intention has profound effects. Allow gratitude to soften your heart and intention to sharpen your focus. Together, they create a foundation for a weekend that nurtures not just rest, but motivation, growth, and joy. By starting this way, you are not only honoring the gift of the weekend, but you are also honoring the incredible power within yourself to shape your life every single day. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools you can use to create the life you desire. Your mind has incredible creative power, far beyond what most people realize. Everything you see in your life today first existed as a thought, an image, or a belief in someone's mind. If you want to achieve more, reach higher, or experience deeper joy and fulfillment, learning to visualize your goals is essential. Visualization is not just daydreaming. It is a deliberate practice of seeing, feeling, and believing in the life you wish to manifest. When done with clarity and emotion, it activates your subconscious mind, aligns your energy with your intentions, and sets the stage for real-world results. To begin, find a quiet space where you can focus without distraction. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to relax and release tension from your body. Let your mind drift gently, not to random thoughts or worries, but to the dreams and desires that you hold in your heart. Picture your goals as vividly as possible. See yourself living the life you want, step by step, in as much detail as you can imagine. Notice the environment, the people around you, the colors, the sounds, and the emotions. The more detailed your mental picture, the stronger the signal you send to your subconscious mind. Visualization works best when it is paired with feeling. Imagine not only the sights, but also the emotions associated with achieving your goals. Feel the pride, joy, excitement, and peace that come with success. Feel the relief and confidence that arrive when you overcome challenges. These emotions are not just pleasant. They are a signal to your brain and your energy system that this reality is possible, that it is already aligning with you. Your mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real when emotion is involved. This is why consistent visualization has such a powerful impact on your motivation and your ability to take inspired action. As you practice, it is important to see your goals as already achieved. Rather than thinking, I will be successful someday, imagine, I am successful now. Speak to yourself in the present tense, as though the life you desire is already your reality. This subtle shift in language rewires your mind to believe in your own potential and opens the doors to opportunities that you might have overlooked before. It also helps you act from a place of confidence rather than doubt. When you feel as though success is already yours, your actions naturally reflect that belief, attracting circumstances and people that support your vision. Another key aspect of visualization is consistency. Just as you would water a plant daily to help it grow, your dreams need daily attention and energy. Make visualization a ritual, morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you can fully focus. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can create profound changes over time. The repeated mental practice strengthens neural pathways in your brain, creating a clear roadmap of your goals and making them feel more achievable. Over time, what once felt like a distant dream begins to feel inevitable because your mind has trained itself to expect success. It is also important to align your visualization with action. Visualization alone is powerful, but it is most effective when paired with inspired effort. As you imagine your goals and feel the emotions of having achieved them, ask yourself, what small step can I take today to move closer? Motivation grows naturally when your imagination and your actions are in harmony. The universe responds to energy and focus, and when your mind, emotions, and actions align, doors open, coincidences occur, and opportunities present themselves in ways you may not have anticipated. Finally, embrace the feeling of gratitude as you visualize. Gratitude amplifies the energy of manifestation. As you imagine achieving your goals, feel thankful not only for the end result, but also for the journey, the lessons, and the growth that comes along the way. Gratitude grounds your visualization in positivity, allowing your mind to remain open and receptive to all possibilities. It reminds you that what you seek is not just about achievement, it is about joy, fulfillment, and the expansion of your spirit. Visualization is a practice of faith and imagination. It teaches you to trust in your own potential and in the natural flow of life. It is a reminder that your mind is a creative instrument and that you have the ability to design your life intentionally. By seeing your goals clearly, feeling them deeply, speaking about them in the present tense, and taking inspired action, you create a magnetic force that draws the life you desire to you. Each session of visualization strengthens your belief, enhances your focus, and fuels your motivation. So take the time each day to visualize. See your dreams clearly, feel them fully, and step into them as if they are already yours. Allow your mind to create the roadmap, your heart to provide the energy, and your actions to bring them into reality. Through the power of visualization, your goals move from abstract ideas to tangible realities, and your life transforms in alignment with your highest vision. Balance is one of the most essential elements of living a motivated and fulfilling life, especially on the weekends. It is easy to think of weekends as a time to either fully relax or completely catch up on work, but true fulfillment comes when we plan our time with intention and harmony. Balance is not about rigid schedules or forcing productivity. It is about creating a rhythm that honors both your energy and your aspirations. When you cultivate balance, you allow yourself to move through life with grace, focus, and motivation, rather than feeling stressed, drained, or guilty for taking time for yourself. The first step toward planning with balance is to honor the natural flow of your energy. Each day, and especially during weekends, your energy levels fluctuate, and recognizing this allows you to work with your rhythm rather than against it. Notice when you feel most alert and focused, and schedule tasks that require concentration or creativity during those periods. Similarly, honor the times when your body or mind needs rest, and allow yourself to pause, recharge, and simply be. By respecting these natural cycles, you maintain your motivation without overtaxing yourself, and you create a weekend that supports growth without depletion. Another important aspect of balanced planning is the integration of rest and productivity. Often people view rest as a reward that comes after work is done, but in reality, rest is an essential part of sustaining motivation and energy. Planning intentional moments of relaxation, whether it is a walk in nature, a quiet meditation, or simply enjoying a cup of tea, ensures that your mind and body are rejuvenated. When rest is built into your weekend, you find that even the tasks you undertake feel lighter, more enjoyable, and more meaningful. Productivity and rest are not opposites. They complement one another, creating a sustainable and inspiring rhythm. Setting priorities is another cornerstone of balanced planning. Without clear priorities, it is easy to let the weekend slip away in a blur of distractions, chores, or unimportant activities. Take a few moments at the start of your weekend to identify what truly matters. What actions will bring you closer to your goals, nourish your spirit, or deepen your joy? Write them down and be selective, choosing a few meaningful tasks rather than overwhelming yourself with a long to-do list. Allows you to focus your energy effectively and ensures that each action contributes to your growth and well-being. Equally important is the inclusion of activities that bring joy and inspiration. Motivation thrives when we align with what excites us and uplifts our spirit. Make time for hobbies, creative pursuits, or experiences that make your heart feel alive. Even small moments of joy can reinvigorate your energy, boost your confidence, and provide a sense of accomplishment. A balanced weekend honors not only the tasks that require effort, but also the activities that nurture your soul. When motivation is paired with joy, it becomes effortless and self-sustaining. Flexibility is another key component of balance. While planning is important, rigidity can create stress and block inspiration. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes opportunities, surprises, or necessary rest appear unexpectedly. Approach your weekend plan as a flexible framework rather than a strict schedule. Allow yourself to adapt and flow with the moment. This flexibility encourages creativity, reduces pressure, and keeps your energy positive and motivated. It is not about doing everything perfectly. It is about doing what matters most while honoring yourself and your time. Finally, balance requires reflection. At the end of each day, or as your weekend concludes, take a few moments to reflect on how you spent your time. Celebrate the progress you made, acknowledge the moments of rest and joy, and consider any adjustments you would like to make for the future. Reflection helps you learn from your experiences, maintain alignment with your goals, and plan weekends that consistently support both your well-being and your ambitions. When you plan with balance, motivation becomes a natural part of your weekend. You are not pushing yourself to exhaustion or waiting for inspiration to magically appear. Instead, you are creating an environment in which energy, focus, and joy can flourish. Every action you take is guided by intention. Every moment of rest is purposeful, and every experience contributes to your growth. Balance transforms your weekend from a passive pause into a dynamic opportunity to cultivate your dreams, nurture yourself, and sustain the momentum that carries you into the week ahead. By honoring your energy, integrating rest with productivity, prioritizing meaningful tasks, embracing joy, staying flexible, and reflecting on your experiences, you create weekends that motivate rather than drain, that energize rather than tire. Motivation is no longer something that comes and goes with the work week. It becomes a constant, accessible energy that you carry with you every day. When you live in this way, every weekend becomes a sanctuary of growth, inspiration, and alignment, where balance is the foundation upon which your dreams are built. The way we speak to ourselves has an extraordinary impact on our energy, motivation, and overall experience of life. Many people underestimate the power of self-talk, not realizing that the words we consistently repeat in our minds shape our beliefs, influence our actions, and create the reality we experience. On the weekends, when the structure of the work week is absent, it is easy for our inner dialogue to drift into doubt, procrastination, or negativity. This is precisely why cultivating positive self-talk is so essential. It acts as a guide, a motivator, and a source of inner strength that supports your growth and inspires action. Positive self-talk begins with awareness. Before you can shift your inner dialogue, you must first notice what is currently playing in your mind. Do you hear thoughts like, "I don't have the energy to do anything," or "I'll start again on Monday"? These statements, though subtle, reinforce a mindset of procrastination and limitation. Take a moment to observe these patterns without judgment. Simply acknowledging them is the first step toward change. Awareness allows you to recognize when your words are disempowering, so you can consciously replace them with affirmations that uplift and inspire. Once you are aware of your self-talk, begin intentionally transforming it. Replace doubt with empowerment, hesitation with confidence, and fear with faith. For example, instead of saying, "I'm too tired to do anything today," say, "I have the energy and clarity to take meaningful action today." Instead of thinking, "I'll never finish this task," affirm, "I am capable, I am focused, and I accomplish what I set my mind to." These statements may feel unfamiliar or even awkward at first, but repetition and feeling will gradually rewire your subconscious mind. Your thoughts are like seeds. And the more consistently you plant seeds of positivity, the stronger and more resilient your mindset becomes. The tone and emotion behind your self-talk are just as important as the words themselves. Positive self-talk is not simply a mechanical repetition of affirmations. It is a heartfelt communication with yourself that conveys love, encouragement, and belief. When you say words with genuine conviction, your mind and body respond as if they are true. Imagine speaking to yourself as you would to someone you deeply care for, offering encouragement, reassurance, and confidence. This kind of compassionate inner dialogue strengthens your self-esteem, enhances your focus, and fuels your motivation. Positive self-talk also acts as a shield against negativity. Life is filled with challenges, unexpected setbacks, and distractions. When your inner dialogue is supportive and constructive, it becomes easier to navigate these obstacles without losing momentum. A simple affirmation like, "I have the strength and wisdom to handle whatever comes my way," can change the way you approach difficulties. Instead of reacting with frustration or self-criticism, you respond with calmness, resilience, and determination. Your words create your experience, and by speaking positively to yourself, you transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Another crucial aspect of positive self-talk is the power of visualization combined with language. When you pair affirmations with mental imagery of success, progress, and fulfillment, you amplify their effect. Picture yourself completing a task successfully while repeating, "I am capable, and I take inspired action." Feel the sense of accomplishment, pride, and joy as if it is already real. The mind cannot distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and reality, and when your inner dialogue is aligned with these images, you create a magnetic force that draws your goals and desires toward you. It is important to remember that positive self-talk is a continuous practice, not a one-time event. Just as you might brush your teeth or exercise regularly, nurturing, empowering inner dialogue requires consistency. Dedicate time each day, morning, afternoon, or evening, to check in with your thoughts and guide them toward positivity. Over time, what begins as intentional effort will become a natural habit. You will notice that even in moments of stress, fatigue, or uncertainty, your mind automatically gravitates toward words of encouragement and empowerment. Finally, positive self-talk nurtures self-love and self-respect. When you speak kindly and encouragingly to yourself, you reinforce the belief that you are worthy of success, joy, and abundance. Your inner dialogue shapes not only your motivation, but also your confidence and your ability to embrace life fully. Every word you speak to yourself is a choice. Choose words that elevate, empower, and inspire. The energy you cultivate through positive self-talk flows into every area of your life, from your relationships to your career, your health, and your personal growth. When you practice positive self-talk consistently, motivation no longer depends solely on external circumstances. It becomes an inner resource, a constant companion, and a guiding force that keeps you aligned with your goals and your purpose. Your words create the life you experience, and by choosing them with intention, you invite clarity, confidence, and success into your weekends and beyond. In the journey toward achieving your goals, it is easy to focus solely on the big milestones and overlook the small steps that make progress possible. Yet, it is often these small wins that sustain motivation, build confidence, and create a sense of fulfillment along the way. Celebrating small wins is not about settling for less or becoming complacent. It is about acknowledging your efforts, recognizing growth, and cultivating a mindset of gratitude and momentum. When you learn to celebrate the small victories, you reinforce your belief in your own capabilities, encourage persistence, and transform the path to your goals into a journey filled with joy and inspiration. Every action you take, no matter how minor it may seem, is a building block toward your dreams. Completing a task you had been avoiding, making a healthier choice for your body, finishing a chapter of a book, or simply organizing your environment are all small wins that deserve recognition. By acknowledging these moments, you create positive reinforcement within your mind. Your subconscious begins to associate action with reward and progress, which in turn fuels further motivation. Each small victory becomes a spark, igniting momentum that carries you forward. The act of celebrating small wins is closely tied to gratitude. When you pause to reflect on what you have accomplished, you cultivate appreciation not only for the results, but also for your own effort and dedication. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present, reminding you that progress is happening even if it feels incremental. This perspective transforms your mindset, helping you see that success is not a distant destination, but a series of steps that you are actively taking. When you celebrate, you acknowledge that each step, however small, contributes to your growth, self-confidence, and overall well-being. Celebration does not need to be elaborate. Even a simple acknowledgement can have profound effects. Take a moment to say to yourself, "I did it. I made progress today and I am proud of myself." Smile, breathe deeply, or even jot down your accomplishment in a journal. Recognizing your achievements, even quietly, communicates to your subconscious that your efforts are valuable. Over time, this practice reinforces your self-esteem, strengthens your sense of capability, and keeps motivation alive even during moments when external results may be slow to appear. Celebrating small wins also cultivates resilience. Life is rarely a straight path, and challenges are inevitable. By focusing on what you have achieved rather than only on what is left to accomplish, you build a mindset that sees opportunity in progress rather than discouragement in setbacks. When you encounter obstacles, you can draw strength from the accumulation of your small victories, reminding yourself that you are capable of taking steps forward regardless of the challenges. Each small win becomes a source of empowerment, a testament to your persistence, and a reminder that you are moving in the right direction. Another powerful aspect of celebrating small wins is that it encourages consistency. Motivation often fades when progress feels slow or invisible, but by honoring even minor achievements, you maintain the energy and momentum needed to continue. This practice makes the journey enjoyable and sustainable because it emphasizes growth and effort rather than solely the end result. Consistent recognition of small victories trains your mind to see progress everywhere, and in doing so, it transforms ordinary moments into meaningful steps toward your dreams. Celebration also nurtures a positive relationship with yourself. When you acknowledge your own efforts and accomplishments, you are practicing self-love and self-respect. You communicate to yourself that your time, energy, and dedication matter. This internal validation is far more powerful than waiting for external approval. The more you celebrate yourself, the more confidence and joy you cultivate, and the more naturally motivation arises. You begin to approach your goals with a sense of excitement, knowing that every action, no matter how small, is significant. Ultimately, celebrating small wins creates a cycle of positivity that fuels growth, happiness, and achievement. Each acknowledgement of progress, each moment of gratitude, each recognition of your effort strengthens your mindset, enhances your energy, and reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Motivation is no longer a fleeting spark, but a steady flame, sustained by the continuous recognition of your efforts. Life becomes a journey where every step, no matter how small, is honored, appreciated, and celebrated. As you move through your days, make it a habit to pause, reflect, and celebrate. Recognize your small victories as triumphs that deserve attention. Celebrate your progress, your effort, and your commitment to your goals. Allow yourself to feel proud, to feel joy, and to feel motivated by the accumulation of these small wins. In doing so, you create a life filled with empowerment, inspiration, and momentum, and you transform the pursuit of your dreams into a joyful, fulfilling experience. Motivation and action are powerful forces when aligned with joy. Many people mistakenly believe that achieving goals must be a serious, arduous, and sometimes joyless process. They push themselves through tasks, expecting that success alone will create fulfillment. Yet, the truth is that action infused with joy is far more sustainable, inspiring, and productive. When you approach your work, your goals, and even your daily responsibilities with a sense of playfulness, curiosity, and delight, energy naturally flows, creativity expands, and motivation becomes effortless. Infusing joy into action transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary experiences and allows you to fully embrace life as a source of growth and satisfaction. The first step to infusing joy into action is to reconnect with the reason behind what you do. Every task, every goal, every step in your journey has an underlying purpose. Sometimes we get so caught up in the mechanics of accomplishing that we forget the why that fuels us. Ask yourself, why is this important to me? How will this make my life better, brighter, or more fulfilling? When you remember the purpose and the benefits that action brings to your life, it naturally sparks feelings of excitement, gratitude, and joy. Purpose-driven action carries its own motivation because it resonates with your inner desires and values. Another key aspect of joyful action is the mindset with which you approach your tasks. Instead of seeing them as obligations, view them as opportunities to learn, grow, and express your creativity. Even mundane tasks can become enjoyable when approached with curiosity and intention. For example, organizing your home can be transformed into a game of creativity, where you find satisfaction in creating order and beauty. Completing work projects can become a celebration of your skills and resourcefulness. When your mind shifts from "I have to do this" to "I get to do this," your energy changes dramatically and action becomes a source of pleasure rather than a chore. Joyful action also requires presence. Motivation is strongest when you are fully engaged in the moment rather than distracted by worries about the past or anxieties about the future. Focus on the task at hand, immerse yourself in the process, and allow yourself to experience the small pleasures that accompany each step. Notice the satisfaction of progress, the beauty of a job well done, and the sense of accomplishment that arises naturally. Presence turns action into a meditation, a form of expression, and a joyful experience in itself. Creativity is another essential ingredient for infusing joy into action. When you allow yourself to explore new ways of doing things, to experiment and to innovate, you transform tasks into expressions of your unique self. Creativity invites excitement and enthusiasm, which in turn sustains motivation. You begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to exercise your imagination, problem-solving skills, and resourcefulness. The more you embrace creativity, the more energy, joy, and satisfaction flow into everything you do. It is equally important to celebrate and acknowledge the joy that comes from every completed action. After finishing a task, no matter how small, pause and feel the satisfaction and pride that accompanies accomplishment. By connecting action with positive emotion, you reinforce a pattern in your mind that motivates you to continue. Your brain begins to associate productivity with joy rather than pressure, creating a self-sustaining cycle of inspiration. Motivation no longer depends on external rewards. It becomes an internal, joyful experience that fuels continuous progress. Joyful action also involves being kind to yourself. Avoid the trap of self-criticism or the constant need for perfection. When you approach tasks with a sense of ease, play, and acceptance, you remove unnecessary pressure that can drain your energy. Recognize that mistakes, challenges, and setbacks are all part of the learning process. Celebrate effort as much as outcome, and honor the fact that every step you take, whether perfect or imperfect, is contributing to your growth. Kindness toward yourself allows motivation to thrive because you are moving from a place of empowerment rather than self-judgment. Finally, remember that joy multiplies when shared. When you bring positive energy, laughter, and enthusiasm into your actions, you inspire not only yourself, but also those around you. Your motivation becomes contagious, creating a ripple effect that spreads inspiration, creativity, and energy. Even small acts done with joy, helping someone, creating something, or simply approaching your day with enthusiasm have far-reaching effects, enhancing your sense of purpose and fulfillment. Infusing joy into action transforms the way you live, work, and pursue your goals. It teaches you that motivation does not have to be a struggle, that effort can be delightful, and that the path toward your dreams can be as joyful as reaching the destination itself. When your actions are guided by joy, energy flows effortlessly, inspiration rises naturally, and success becomes a reflection of your happiness, not just your labor. As you approach your tasks, projects, and goals, remember to infuse every step with joy. Connect with your purpose, embrace curiosity, stay present, nurture creativity, celebrate progress, be kind to yourself, and share your energy with the world. In doing so, motivation becomes a natural state, action becomes an expression of delight, and every step you take brings you closer to a life filled with abundance, inspiration, and happiness.